Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing, how to set up for the first time, and maybe the first look on this Roborock Saros Z70. This has the robotic arm. I bought this with my own money, wasn't paid for this video. This thing cost $2,000. So there's been a lot of hype over this robot. This has been probably one of the most anticipated. I just did the Eufy E28. That was a pretty cool robot. It's a new release from Eufy, but this thing with the robotic arm has been very highly anticipated. Now, this box is extremely heavy. These robots, you got to be very careful with these nowadays. What I recommend is when you use the handles, you may have to cut that handle out. That prevents, when this is in there, that prevents stuff from coming out. So anyway, all right, let's take a look. All right, that's going to be the base. That's going to be super heavy. All right, this is something, I don't know what it is. All right, this is the robot. That's going to be really, really heavy. Yeah, it's heavy. Oh my gosh. There's the robot. Okay, even the base station was in there sideways. It's extremely heavy, but you can kind of grab it down here. There is so much tape and plastic on this. The robot, let's open this up real quick. Here is the actual robot. You know, great presentation. All right, looks like mop pads. That's just going to be the quick start ramp. I don't know what that is. I need to open that up over there. I was thinking that was the ramp. Here's the actual robot. Some more accessories. Looks like an extra bag maybe. Yeah, a cord. Be careful. Okay, these things are getting so heavy. That's heavy. Okay, that's a quick start guide. But this is interesting. I don't know what this is yet. I don't know what it is. Is it a display? A box? What? Oh, it's a box for the robotic arm. I'm sorry. That's hilarious. They give you, okay, it's all going to come together. This has a robotic arm. Now, taking this bag off, be careful. It's kind of, we don't want to damage this right here. It's kind of wrapped around that a little bit, so we want to be careful taking the bag off. I might have missed something, but this little tape was where that little brush roller was with this. I don't know, but just be very careful. This thing looks cool. Okay, so I got everything taken out of the box. Here's the actual robot. We get the 2 mopping pads we got to install. We've got the power cord. Comes with an extra dust bag, a ramp. We also get this box. So we're going to put this box together, and so the robotic arm can put stuff in this box. That's what these 3 pieces are here. Here's the base station. It's got like a glass front that looks really cool. Clean water tank, dirty water tank. Okay, let's start off around back. You're going to plug the power cord in. It is 3-prong, and it's going to consume 12 amps whenever it's heating the water, washing the mop pad. Now up top again, here's the clean water tank and the dirty water tank. So this is where all the dirty water is going to go. There is a float in there. It's going to tell the base station when it's full. Here's the clean water tank. There's a filter down here you're going to have to clean once in a while. There's also a float to let the base station know when this is empty. And this also helps with hard water to keep lime deposits from building up. So we're going to fill this up with clean water. We'll have to empty this eventually. Now here is the dust bag. There's these little handles on the side. It does have a solution tank. So you're going to put concentrated Roborock cleaning solution. Now it does not come with any cleaning solution, so this is extra. But you're going to dump this in. This is the concentrated solution, and the base station is going to mix it with the clean water to give you the proper ratio. Then you're simply going to take it and make sure you slide this all the way in. Here's the dust bag. It comes with it already installed, but you're going to have to replace that about every 2 to 3 months. And you simply just pull that out and push another one in. Here's what the door looks like. There is a seal, so line that up with this side, and then you're going to push it on and make sure both sides snap. Down here there's a sticker. Let's take this sticker off. And then this ramp, you're going to just install the ramp until it's flush right here. Front to back, 19 inches. Left to right, 14 3/4. Now, height-wise, it's only about 19 inches, but you have to lift the tanks up almost 24 inches to get them out of the base station. Now, here's the base station. You're gonna take this tray out once in a while so that you can clean this. This is just a little flexible tube. These are little motors that are gonna drive these little sweeper arms. Those help clean the docking station when it's washing the mop pads. So it's gonna put hot water. Hot water is gonna come down here. The robot's gonna spin the mop pads on these little knobs here. And then the dirty water is gonna go here, and then it's gonna get sucked up into the dirty water tank. This is where it's gonna charge, and it's gonna fill the robot up with water and cleaning solution right here. And the auto empty, the dust bag right here. Okay, let's take the box, let's put the box together. You're gonna undo this, and you're gonna do this flap. This is two-sided tape, all right? Now there's the inside of it. Now you've got this extra piece, and it's simply gonna go down here. Now, this is our box for the robotic arm to put stuff in. This box is exactly 10 3/4 inches tall, and it's a square 8-inch square. All right, let's switch gears over to the robot. Now, there's where the robotic arm, we wanna be very careful. This one, you just pull this out. Now, the robot is powered off right now. I don't think we can access the robotic arm. That's gonna, whenever we power it on and hook it up to the app, that's when we're gonna access it. But we have a power button here, a home dock button. Looks like possibly another button here, some sensors here. Down here, this is where it's gonna be the front-facing LiDAR. It has a LED light, a camera. It does have the front bumper sensor, so when it runs into something, it's got a flexible, this brush will raise and lower and extend into the corner. There's also another sensor here. This is where it's gonna charge the robot. That's where it's gonna fill the robot up with solution and water. It's just got one tank. The base station mixes it. There's a sensor to help it reverse. There's some more LiDAR navigation. They call it Star Sight. This is, you'll have to clean those once in a while. There's where it's gonna auto empty everything. Okay, there's a cover here. Now here's the dustbin. So as it vacuums your house, everything's gonna go into the dustbin, and then it gets sucked out of the dustbin through this little trap door. There's a filter. You will have to clean this filter about every couple weeks. It is reusable, so you can just wash it underwater, let it dry in the sun, make sure it's nice and dry. There's what the dustbin looks like. And then you simply put this in and click it into place. There is a reset over here you can push. Okay, let's flip the robot over. Here are the mop pads. Once in a while, you are gonna have to replace these. These are cloth pads. They're just held on with Velcro. The base station can raise and lower the mop pads, but they simply just go on like that. This side, it can move that mop pad out to the side. That's pretty nice. These are exactly the same. The base station's gonna wash these with hot water and dry them with hot air. Here's our drive wheels. Here's the brush roller. Pinch these tabs right here. Now the brush roller has some bristles, but it also has like this cutter for long hair on two sides. No comb down here. Just put it back in like that. Put the front feet in, rotate it till it clicks into place. These are the fall off sensors. So you'll have to clean these little glass windows so it doesn't fall down your stairs. There's that side brush it's gonna extend, and it also stores it like that. There's the carpet sensor. There's the front wheel that spins free. All right, let's measure how tall this robot is. 3 3/16, or 3 1/8. All right, left to right, you're 13 3/4 inches. So the thing does come with a quick start guide. It doesn't have a whole lot of information. Even the user manual, it's very basic. It doesn't talk hardly anything about the robotic arm. I'll try to do as much as I can. There's this Hello Rocky with all the commands. And then this is kind of like their parts list and diagrams that can be kind of hard, but very little talk about this robotic arm. Now, when you put the base station, it's going to be up against the wall. They want about almost 4 feet in front of it from the wall clear, and about a half a foot clear on either side of it. Something like that should look really good. Now, I did just review the Eufy E28, and it's pretty cool. Okay, let's walk through the setup. Make sure the Roborock app, make sure it's the latest version. You may have to go into the App Store and make sure it's updated. So here we have, click the little plus button. All right, we're gonna scan that code back here, right here, with the camera. All right, we gotta, okay, so it's not turned on yet, so we gotta make sure it's turned on. Sorry about that. Press the power button for about there. Those lights are on. Now let it think first. It's gonna kind of power up the computer. There. Okay, now we're gonna press and hold both these buttons at the same time.
Resetting Wi-Fi.
All right, let it up. When it's resetting to Wi-Fi, now I can select I heard resetting Wi-Fi. Click that, check that box, hit next. Give it your Wi-Fi password. It only works with 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so click the little arrow, find your Wi-Fi, and type your Wi-Fi password in. All right, it's connecting to the devices. So click this connect to the devices Wi-Fi. There's a pop-up. I'm using an iPad Air. You have to join. So there's a Wi-Fi network being transmitted by this robot, and your device has to connect to it, and then it should be automatically, your device should go back to your normal Wi-Fi. So sometimes that can be a little tricky. You may have to swipe down, go to your Wi-Fi settings, and actually connect to this robot's Wi-Fi that's being transmitted.
Connecting to Wi-Fi.
All right, looks like things are going good. Yeah, and I went online. There's just very little information about this arm. Enter device. All right, it's doing a plug-in. I think at this point you can put it on the docking station, yeah. You have to agree to some legal information. It's gonna walk you, this is pretty important, these things here. Walk through. Do you have pets? Yes. Do you want multi-level? Yes. And you can change these later on in the settings. Make sure do not disturb is on. This thing will start in the middle of the night and scare you. I'm gonna turn mine off just because I'm at a studio where I'm not living. Map savings on by default. Voice assistant, I don't like this one necessarily. Okay, ooh, there's a firmware update. So let's put it on the charging dock. Now again, these robots are getting heavier and heavier. Let's dock it. I'm trying to find, there's usually lights on the dock. I don't see them. Okay, docking this thing, it's a little tricky. It didn't dock at first, like it should say charging. I don't know why it's not. Now, I've had to work on this a little bit. I don't know if my plug was out a little bit. The light is right here, and I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully this doesn't happen to you, but I had to kind of mess with my plug a little bit to kind of get it to power up. Okay, now there's where the light is. My light is red because my clean water tank is not full. So let's dock the robot. There.
Charging.
All right, that's what you normally should hear. That shows like a charging indication. Let's fill the clean water tank up. Okay, the clean water tank's filling up. Let's spray a little bit of Listerine in the dirty water tank. This is to prevent odor. Okay, let's put the clean water in, and that light should go, yeah, it should go to like a clear color. I can't see it right now. Back to this, let's do the upgrade. I turn auto update on, so it's going to go to version 2.46.80. Now there's probably going to be a few updates with this. This is all new technology, a robotic arm. I expect there to be updates, but I don't know that for sure. So I got auto update on. That light went to like quick flashing during this update. So, and I wish that light would go to like a white color to let me know everything's normal. But at least the red light went out.
Take 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, it's downloading it. Now it's installing it. It's so far about 5 minutes.
Complete.
Okay, that took about 10 minutes. So click the little back arrow. Voice pack. Okay, do these or that pop-up won't go away. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, let's do quick mapping. So go around, put your furniture where it normally is, open the doors, turn the lights on, and don't follow it around. So let's tell it to quick map. Do not pick, quick mapping.
Starting mapping.
So I'm not sure where this is normally going to be, but that is such a cool thing. Now it's not going to clean or anything. It's just going to randomly go around your house. And it is so cool seeing that map update as it goes. This is the coolest part. It does come with 50% charge, so we're going to have some fun today. It is relatively quiet, so all right, we'll see how it maps and then we'll edit the map. Okay, that took, maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes. It's going back to the dock. And now we're going to edit the map.
Charging.
Okay, good. I'm make sure it says charging. Not sure what that is, but give the app a little bit of time to come up. Okay, so there is what it comes up with. Now let's edit this map. So this popped up on its own. Let's click adjust. Let's edit rooms. Okay, let's divide this room. Hit divide this. You're going to have a line. And so normally, and then you can pinch and zoom. Normally I divide this room. I know, hold on. If it's dotted, it won't let you do it. So there, I normally do that. That's the corner test. And if you need to merge rooms, you can select 2 rooms and merge them. Name them is important. That's going to be the corner. Click OK. I always reach my name limit. I got to delete some names because of all the other robots I have. Name. All right, now let's go back. Let's add no-go zones. You can add all of this at a later date too. I know it's going to struggle over in this area, so you can do an invisible wall. So say you don't want it to go into this room at all, just put a wall at that entryway. But I'm going to put a no-go zone. I know in this area there's some cables and stuff. I have a computer right here, so I want it to stay away from that. And that'll be a no-go zone. Edit furniture, I'll do that later. I haven't found too much of a benefit from that. Ooh, storage zone, this is new. Edit surface material, so let's go. I do know that this right here, floor type. This one right here, we can add, it is floor, it's not tile, but the floor does go in this direction. If it went in that direction, you'd change or go to default. But so that one's good. This one goes that direction also, and this one goes that direction. Okay, good. And you can do this at a later date. Also, carpet, you can put where carpet is, but let it clean your house completely for the first time. I do have a threshold. Let's put a threshold. Add a threshold. So I know I do a test threshold over here. So take this yellow line. I'm going to put it right here at this room entrance. You can make it wide, but not tall. So I think I've been having trouble with thresholds. I'm going to make it wide so that it really has to work at it, because Roborocks don't necessarily go over thresholds the best. Okay, thresholds, carpet. We'll do carpet. Again, have it do your own. So this is cool. Please, oh, wait a minute. We got to enable the robotic arm. Enable, wow, it's not enabled from the beginning. Press and hold, oh boy. Press and hold the power and the emergency stop buttons to enable the robotic arm. All right, this is the emergency stop and the power. 3 seconds.
Robotic arm enabled.
Okay, not sure when you would have done that, but we did it. So it's enabled. If you need to disable it, you can disable it now. So there's just a lot going on. Robotic arm and upgrades in progress. Explore. Okay, yeah. Follow-up cleaning. During cleaning, the robot will move items on the floor to cleaned area to ensure. Currently, the robotic arm can pick up fabrics, socks, dust cloth, paper. Automatic sorting. During cleaning, the robotic will put fabrics, balls, and other items on the floor in storage zone. After cleaning, the robotic will put the shoes in the storage zone. Wow, there's a lot of settings that they don't talk a lot about. Manual sorting. Select items to be sorted, and the robotic arm will put them in the storage zone after cleaning. Currently, the robotic arm can pick up fabric. Remote control pick up that. I might use that. Overweight protection is on, so that's good. And then there's this, wait, cancel. There's this retract button. That's going to be interesting. That turned the camera on or something. But anyway, I don't know what to do here. Can we turn them all on? Please use this function after adding storage zones. Add store. Okay, we can add different storage. Next. When sorting items, if you haven't placed a Roborock stored items will be placed on the floor in that area. So this might be important. I'm not sure. Maybe it recognizes it. Oh. So after I enabled that one thing, forgot what it was already, I can add a shoe storage zone. I can add a Roborock storage box. Oh, interesting. Let's add a shoe storage zone. So it adds this little thing. Let's drag it around. Oh, wow. Now this is going to be cool. I can make it bigger. I can make it up to 2 millimeters by 2 millimeters. Okay, this is interesting. Now it's locked. Okay. I don't need it that big. Let's put it right here. I wonder if it'll clean there now. Hit there. To ensure sorting, add all types of storage zones and save. Let's add, okay, I gotta tell it where the storage box is gonna go. Well, I don't know yet. Let's put the storage box over here. Automatic sorting. So now I guess I can turn that on. Okay, so it'll put certain things in the box and certain things just on the floor. The shoes. Manual sorting. No sortable items, please. Again, I apologize for not knowing a lot of this. They don't talk about a lot of this. It's just we got to learn. Learn as we go. This is all new technology. I promise to do more videos. All right. Let's hit the back arrow. This is so exciting. So now we go to the map. I can see those storage zones. Ooh, we got new buttons here. Remote control to, oh wow, I got so much to play around with. I mean, this is gonna take me forever. Okay, let's just go into settings. History, that's where you're gonna see your history. Schedules, put this on a schedule. I tell people that's the #1 thing to do with a robot is put it on a schedule. You can always tell it to stop cleaning, but you're hardly ever going to remember to tell it to start cleaning. Maintenance. This is all the filters. Looks like we have standard. That filter's not going to make 150 hours, but you do have to clean it every 2 weeks. So cleaning is different than replacing. You only get a reminder for cleaning or for replacing. Clean it every 2 weeks. There's no reminder for that. Main brush, side brush, cleaning tray. So there's nothing for the robotic arm here. Carpet cleaning settings, auto detach mop cloths is on, boost carpet. Now, I turned that off just because these can be pretty loud when they're vacuuming carpet, but you do lose some suction if you don't have that on. So, after room cleaning, no, I don't want to deep clean the carpet. Avoid, suitable for low, no, I don't want to avoid carpet, cross, ignore. So this is what I want. Lift, mop pads. Okay, so there's, okay, so there's auto detach mop cloth mounts to vacuum carpet first or lift. If you've got the lift selected, it's just going to lift them up and down. Now it's still going to lift them up and down when it senses carpet, but after it cleans your house for a while, it's going to know when to remove the mop pads. So these robots have to clean your house a couple times to learn it first. So a lot of this will make sense later. Floor, we did that. Cleaning pattern. Floor cleaning settings, smart, clean along floor direction. If you select that, it's going to, you'll pick the whatever direction you set that floor in the app, that's the direction it's going to clean in. Auto detach, reinstall mop mounts, that's on. Flex arm extend, that's on. The mopping arm. Flex arm extend for crevices, that's off, that's beta. I don't typically turn those on. Auto remopping, now this one I do turn on. That one should be on by default. It's gonna clean the mop pads after it's cleaned an area, and it's gonna suck the dirty water up into the dirty water tank. If that water is too dirty, it's gonna tell the robot, go back and remop an area. That's super important. Deep clean for heavy dirt or stains. It's a beta, I leave it off. Pet area cleaning. This is when you add furniture, you can add a pet bed and it'll clean around the pet bed more. So you're going to go back in and play with this some more. Dock settings, mop wash frequency. How often do you want it to go back? You can do it by room. So say if you don't want the bathroom water to be mixed with the kitchen water, you're going to do by room. Frequency, this is how much, but it could use a lot of water if you do it every 10 minutes. But if you have a small house, it'll be okay. But if you have a big house, default is 20 minutes. Whoops. Mop washing mode, smart. Looks like we locked up. That's how, I just leave it in smart. Room temp, this is the hot water mop washing. Dustbin, auto, I like high, because sometimes it doesn't auto empty the dust. I think it should empty the dustbin every time it can. Smart, max, balanced. They don't tell us anything about this. You know, I want that filter clean, so I'm going to do max. You're probably going to leave it on smart. We're not going to fray too much from the required settings. So auto drying, schedule. Oh, I love scheduled drying. This is important. That fan that dries, it's not super loud, but it can be a little annoying. If you want it to dry the mop pads at night, just put scheduled and dry them at night. Super nice. I love that. Duration, I typically do 2 hours. Dock maintenance, this is where you're going to tell it to clean the dock. It says it cleans the dock with hot water. I'll have to verify that. Reactive obstacle avoidance is on. Obstacle photos is off. I'm going to agree to the privacy. Less collision avoidance mode. You may have to play around with that. I'm going to leave it in balanced. Pets is on. It's going to take, so pet snaps is pretty cool. AI environment recognition is on by default. Fill light is automatic. You can turn that off. Okay, here's a new setting. Robotic arm setting. So, okay, we already did all of this. And I'm going to learn more about this. You let me know what you know about these robotic arm settings. We can learn this together. Manage maps. This is where you're going to map your other floors. Voice assistant, I got that off. But you can, this is the volume of the robot. Sometimes the robot talking to you can be kind of loud. Remote viewing, I'll activate that later, but this thing can be a video camera and you can have it go around your house. More options. Do not disturb, that's where you can turn that back on. Charging is smart. You could do off-peak charging, I don't have to. Button lights, voice, childlike, offline map. I'll turn that on, but pin and go, remote control I've never used. There's the user manual, product info, you can change the name, and then firmware updates. And again, I've got that on by default. Okay, we're back. Wow. Again, let's, so here's the map, and you're gonna tell it, here's the different modes. So we do have smart AI plans, what it's gonna want you to use most of the time. Click that. You can do vacuum and mop. We can do 4 levels of suction. Now there's more water flows. You may think you just have 3, but if you click this and hit custom, or no, hit this little arrow, you can swipe between 1 and 30. That's pretty cool. I like more water flow. 1 or 2 time cleaning pass. You can do a fast cleaning or the standard route. I leave it in the standard route. You can do mop only. And all of these things you can do on a schedule. You can have it mop 1 room every other day. It's so dynamic how personalized you can get this. You can do vacuum only, There's the custom mode. You can edit each room. After this robot learns your house and you learn where you want it to do and how you want it to do each room, you can edit each room. We can do a room clean. You can select, hit custom, you can do the AI plan. We can do a zone. You can add more zones. So say the kids made a mess over here, you can just make that whatever you want. And then say they made another mess over here, and then it's gonna go clean those 2 zones. Fun stuff. Okay, so I'll put some dirt over here too, but I've got a bunch of toys. I don't have any slippers. I mean, I got big shoes. I don't know if it can pick big shoes up, but I edited the storage box to be over here, kind of close to where we're gonna film. Okay, I put a sock. I took my sock off. And dirt and debris in the corners. I don't have any mud yet. Box. I moved where the box is. Let's do a room. You know, let's just do vacuum and mop, turbo. Let's do just high. Let's do 2 passes. Hopefully that robotic arm is going to work. Sometimes things only work when they're in that AI mode. Okay, first thing it's going to do is going to wash the mop pads. I hope. Yeah. It's going to fill the robot up with water and solution, so it mixes it somehow. That's what it's doing right now. Yeah, and it's also washing the mop pads. Those are those pumps you're going to hear. You'll hear a clean water pump and a dirty water pump kick on. And it spins the mop pads at varying speeds. Okay, the mop is washed. It's undocking itself. The mop pads are installed. It's going to travel over to this room now. Okay, we're going to see how the Saros Z70 does picking up things with its robotic arm. I think it's going to examine this room first. This is the Roborock Saros Z70. Here's what the display looks like. Yeah, it looks like it's examining the room. Okay, it's cleaning. All right. You can extend that mop pad. Wow. You can extend that side brush also. It's doing a good job cleaning. That's pretty incredible. And it also cleans low under furniture.
Sorting items.
Okay, here it is. The robotic arm, the first time it's been deployed. This is so cool. Oh, did I get too close to it? Well, that was not good. I was so excited for nothing. Maybe I got too close to it. Again, I'm not sure how it's supposed to operate, so that may be perfectly normal. I like how it turns its side brush when it sees an obstacle. It turns that side brush off, the front one. It says it sorted the fabric, but it didn't. But maybe it did. This is going to be a long video. All right, it's done finishing cleaning the sides of the room. Now it's going to go to the middle of the room now. So maybe it's going to clean around these obstacles first and then sort them. So it is sensing those obstacles. Now that one, it did go pretty close to that one. Oh, we have a caution. All right, so let's see what's going on. I want you to see there's a caution. No, so looks like it lifted the robotic arm and then it couldn't find it maybe. Ooh. Interesting. That explains why it lifted the arm out and then it does have to see it. Now, I did have to enable remote viewing. That's interesting why it can't. That's a tall object. It should be able to go around that. It is going around it, but it's getting way too close to it. I did enable the remote viewing. I should have showed you that. You got to go to that and then hit the power button and give it a pattern. So that's interesting. It lifted the arm and then I think, is there another camera on? Look, there's just so much to learn about this. Is there a camera on the arm that it has to see what it's picking up? I mean, maybe I got too close. Ooh, boy. Too aggressive. You knew that obstacle was there. Stay away from it. Go around it. Huh. None of them are there yet for complete obstacle avoidance. That should be a relatively easy obstacle to sense. Okay, so you're just going to make a mess of it. I'll take it away. Come on, a robotic arm. We're rooting for you. You can do it. You can do it. There's a cable. You can do it. You can, you know, it may not pick cables up. It may think that cable's plugged in. See, there's a lot to learn. I don't think I would want it to pick, like if it sensed that cable, I don't want it to possibly unplug that. So cables, it's probably not going to pick up. I need to get some balls. Some kids' balls they show it picking up. But that's sock. Come on. I mean, I should have done a shoe. Maybe this thing can pick up a darn shoe. I will try a shoe. My shoes are size 12, so they're heavy. Come on. You can do it. So it is avoiding, it's doing its second pass, which is this way now. It is avoiding these very well, and it is cleaning. I know the robotic arm didn't work like we wanted, but it is doing a really good job of cleaning. Left a little bit in the corner, but not too bad. So let's not, it is doing a good job cleaning. Okay, I told it to clean this room here, and I put a shoe and some fabric, because I think that's what it's sensing is fabric and shoes. So we'll see what it does here. And again, the shoe zone I told it was over here, the box is over here. I mean, we all want to see the robotic arm. That's what we came here for. I did a zoned cleaning. So I added a zone when it was on its way back. So it's identified that. It identified it as, ooh, okay, ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, we got a little claw. Something's gonna happen now, hopefully. It identified it as a shoe and it put the little claw icon. Yeah. Oh, we could put Mr. Sock over here. Give Mr. Sock another chance. So I am glad to see they kept this as a very good cleaning robot. But this robotic arm, man, this is gonna be cool. I had to move the sock because that wasn't the zone. So, okay, have we identified a sock? Did we identify a sock? Come on. Ooh, we did, and we got a little claw mark. I'm excited. We got 2 claw marks. All right. When's it gonna happen? So yeah, you can trust this is gonna be a good cleaning robot now. As far as mopping and vacuuming, I can tell already it's gonna do very well. It seems really solid. Oh, we got some fabric. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Robotic arm deployment, first time. That is so cool. I am so excited. I am like a little kid on Christmas Day. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. That is so cool. You are amazing. I want to stay away from it because you can confuse it. You can do it, buddy. Oh, wow. This is awesome. The future is here. The future is here. Oh, he's just putting it back down. Okay, so we got stuff to learn. That's okay. We got stuff to learn. Something he may not have liked it being of cloth or something. Now he's storing the arm.
Complimentary cleaning completed.
No.
Resume cleaning.
What about these? So, yeah, what did it? Failed to get to the storage zone. So, okay, there I am. This one was already in. See, there's where my foot thing was. So why didn't it take footwear suitable for shoes? Go to sorting. No, cancel. So maybe we got to tell it to do stuff. I don't know. I went back into the settings and we got to read these. I just read things way too fast. So I've got automatic sorting selected. After cleaning, the robotic arm will put shoes in the storage zone. So maybe, see, it's still washing the mop pad right now. During cleaning, the robotic arm will put fabric, socks, dust cloth, balls in the storage zone. So we're gonna see here. Again, we got a lot to learn. And I don't know much about the manual sorting. Selected items will be sorted. Maybe I did something there. I don't know. Okay, there it's emptying the dustbin. That's pretty standard. Nothing it's a little loud, but about normal. Nothing seems really different as far as cleaning. It's all about this robotic arm.
Charging.
All right, I don't think it's gonna
Sorting items.
Okay, it's gonna undock. I have not done anything. It says it's gonna sort the items now. Okay, what do we got going on? I mean, we're learning this together. So I think it's just trying to go around that, yeah. Okay, here we go. A shoe. Oh, it's gonna be hard. That's a big shoe. Okay, we have robotic arm deployment. Okay, this is so cool. Can it do it? Oh, wait a minute. How did it know that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I am absolutely blown away right now. How did it know to clip the top part? And there's where I told it to put it, over here. I said, that's my shoe safe zone. Oh my. That was incredible. The future is here.
Sorting finished. Start returning to the dock.
Okay. So like it said, it did the shoes at the end of the cleaning. It would do fabric during cleaning, but it failed to do those. And up here it said sorting. So here we have failed to get to the storage zone. So maybe because that sock was in the way. And there's footwear 80. Oh my gosh. And it got a green check. So it didn't do that over there. That was the sock originally. Okay, a lot to learn, Wow. Again, I did this earlier and I had enabled this.
Remote viewing activated. Remote control started. Remote viewing active.
Oh.
Remote viewing active.
I'm telling it to go pick this up, but it's not moving.
Remote viewing active.
Okay, here we go.
Remote viewing active.
Is that the zone?
Remote viewing active. Start gripping an item. Remote viewing active. Remote viewing active. Item pickup failed.
I wasn't close enough, I guess.
Remote viewing active. Start gripping an item. Remote viewing active.
Huh. Should be able to see that.
Remote viewing active.
Okay, here we go. Now, okay, what's it going to do with it? I don't know.
Remote viewing active.
Okay, there's the put down button. So let's just, I'm telling it to go forward.
Remote viewing active.
Now, I'll tell it to put down.
Remote viewing active.
That's pretty incredible. Or no, I don't want to do that. How do you tell it to stop?
Remote viewing active.
I want to tell it to go home.
Remote viewing active.
Well, the big question is it worth $2,000? Don't know about that yet. Got a lot that was pretty cool. The robotic arm seems pretty industrial. You know, it doesn't seem real flimsy or anything. It's definitely going to be a good cleaning robot. Just got a lot to learn. So this is the first look. You let me know what you know about this robot in the comments. I'm going to be reading these comments very extensively right now. So I'm learning. Let's learn together. Let's make, because then when I do my review, I'll know as much as I can about it to help as many people. Because man, when you make a $2,000 purchase, we want to know what you're getting. You're getting a good cleaning robot. I can tell that already. But it's all about the robotic arm. As we see, we've got some playing around to do and figuring out the settings a little bit more. So again, appreciate it. I had so much fun today. That was like Christmas Day being a kid. I had no idea what to expect. I know that thing was at CES and I saw a lot of videos, but until you see it in person, it's pretty mind-blowing, because I saw a ton of videos on it and they were all, I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. When you see it in person, it's just, wow. So anyway, I'll put a link to this in the show description notes. If you purchase it using my link, the product won't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. I can do all these videos, how to set up, the review, the comparison. Is it good? Is it bad? I mean, if this thing doesn't pick up any better than that, it might be a fail, but I think we're gonna figure the settings out. I think it's the potential seems very high. So again, thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks again.